Hey, Griff.
Going. Sorry, my computer was acting up.
No, I'm just making sure. It's all good. We're fine. No problem. Are you a soccer player too, or no?
I play baseball.
How's your baseball season?
It's going pretty good. Our last game's this Monday.
Uh-huh. What position?
I'm a pitcher outfielder. I'm mostly just a pitcher though.
Wow, nice. How's your strikeout walk ratio?
I mean, this season's pretty high since I was more of a closer this season. So
Oh, really?
out of I think I maybe played 7 games this season. I think only one of them I had like more than 2 walks.
Wow, nice,
Yeah.
nice. Are you hoping to play in college? Wait,
I'm
what
hoping
year are you? What year are you?
I'm a sophomore.
Oh, okay. So
So yeah, so I have like
wow.
time where I still could play in
Yeah.
college, but it just kind of depends on like what colleges like I could go
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
realistically.
yeah. It's early yet. Okay. Um, that's wow. So I mean, obviously you're playing varsity. So you're there. Oh, JV.
I'm on JV
Oh,
right now.
okay.
Yeah.
That's all right. Okay, okay. Well, still to be the closer. That means coach has confidence in you. Nice, very nice. I played baseball my senior year in high school. I think my batting average was like 082. And I never had so much fun in my life. It was great. Anyway, I played first base. I'm too short. I mean, I'm 5'7", so I'm short. But anyway, it was fun. I love baseball. All right. So this is actually easy. Uh, so um, so you have that formula there. We're going to use that formula. There is one other formula that you need. And you're going to need this. N is the number of terms there are. So AN is the last term. I'll explain what that means more in a second. AN equals A1 plus N minus 1 times D. Okay. So here's what I want to do. Instead of like telling you what all these things mean, I'm going to do this. All right. So number one here. Okay. AN is 44. In other words, the last term. So I'll show you in a minute, but there are 9 terms. You see, 4, 9, 14. The next obviously is 19, and then 24, 29, 34, 39, 44. Okay. If you count all that up, that's 9 total terms. Okay. So AN here is the 9th term, where N is 9, but the 9th term is 44. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A1 is the first term. The first term is, of course, 4. Okay, you with me there?
Yeah.
Okay. Plus, all right, now what I'm going to do here is, at this point, I already know there's 9 terms because I figured it out, but I'm gonna assume we don't know yet how many terms there are. So I'm gonna leave the n there. D is the common difference. The difference. In other words, what's the difference between 4 and 9? What's the difference between 9 and 14?
5.
5. So that is going to be 5. Okay. So what I'd like you to do is, in fact, I'm going to do this with you. I'm going to say, let's do this. Write this down. AN equals last term. Oops. Okay. N equals number of terms. Okay. A1 is the first term. And D is the common difference. Okay. So you need all of that information, including this formula here, which we're going to use in these first 2 problems. Okay.
All right.
All right. So now I'm going to solve for this n right here. Okay. So here I go. 44 equals 4 plus 5n minus 5. Do you see what I've done? I've just distributed that 5.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Mhm.
Okay. Now, actually, I'm going to let you tell me. Would you like to tell me what I would do here?
Then I'm assuming you would like take the 5, like add 5 on both sides.
You could do that. I'm going to go ahead and combine the 4, this 4,
Oh
with
yeah.
the -5. You could do it your way. That'll work also, right? Because once you add 5, then you would subtract 4, right?
Yeah.
It's the same thing. So I'm going to say 44 equals -1 plus 5n. Okay. You good there?
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. So now I'm going to add 1. I'm going to get 45 equals 5n, right? And I divide by 5, and I get n equals 9. That's how I figure out how many terms there are. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, well, didn't you already know it was 9
Okay.
terms though?
Only because I went ahead and went 4, 9, 14, 19, 20,
Yeah.
on my so but what happens, like look at number 2.
Yeah. I
You know,
can't do that for number 2.
I mean, you could, right? You sure could, but that seems to be a pain. And so at this point you think to yourself, okay, is there a faster way to know how many terms there are? And you want to use this way instead of counting them. You're with me there.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So now I know how many terms there are. There's 9 terms. So now, I'm going to say, now I'm going to go ahead and use that other formula. The other formula, I'm going to, come on. Oof. This one here, okay? I'm going to use this SN equals n over 2 times a1 plus an, a1 plus an. Okay, so Sn means the sum of all the number, all 9 terms. You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I mean, arithmetic sum just means you're going to add them all together. Okay. But there's a faster way than just adding them all together. So the sum is going to be 9 divided by 2 times A1 is 4, right?
Yeah.
And AN, the last term, is 44, right?
Mhm.
So hopefully this is not terribly challenging. And 9 divided by 2, or 4.5, times 48, and a little calculator. If I do 4.5 times 48, I get 216. That's what they all add up to. Okay. And I even went ahead myself and added them all up just to make sure I was doing it right. And yes, I was. Okay.
Mhm.
So let's have you try the next one. Okay. And
I use the first formula because that one's a lot easier.
what?
The first formula you gave me, can I just use the first formula?
You have to.
Oh, okay.
You have to use both formulas to do the problem. Do you understand what I'm saying? You can't do it without, like, first. So in these problems, see, there's 2 things you have to find. Like, you've got to find how many numbers are in this sequence here. Like in number
Right.
2, okay? And then you have to find out what they add up to.
Okay,
Right.
so I guess that makes sense. Yes.
So here's what I'm going to have you. I'm going to have you tell me. You have this in front of you, right?
Mhm.
So like if I cover it up on the screen, you can just talk me through it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So okay.
Okay, so you start with 14. All right, so AN to the last term, that's 16. So you have, or 116.
Right.
So you have
So
116 equaling
equals
14, sorry.
14 is
Yeah,
the first term. Yes, 14
you
is
have
the
it
first.
equal 14.
Okay.
And then in parentheses you have
Don't forget the plus, right?
yeah, plus in parentheses, then you have n minus 1 divided by, or no, sorry, n minus 1, that's gonna be multiplied by 3.
3.
That's the common difference, is 3.
Okay, go ahead. 116 equals 14 plus then what? You talk me through it.
So then you have, then you do multiplying where you hit, now you
Yep.
have 14 plus 3n minus 3.
Okay. Now
And from there, you put the 14 and the negative 3 together, so you
beautiful.
can get 11.
Good.
So now you have
Oops.
11 plus 3n, you have 116 equaling that. So
Good.
now you have 116 minus 11,
Can
which
I go
gets
ahead?
you, so
Go ahead. Can I say 105?
yeah, it's 105.
Okay.
And now you have 105 divided by 3, which is, I'm just gonna calculate it real quick.
Go for it.
That is 35. So now you know there's,
35 terms, right?
yeah, so there's 35 terms.
Okay.
And now you plug
Now.
it back in.
Okay.
So
So Sn, the sum is going to equal, go ahead.
yeah, so the sum of all terms is equal to 35 divided by 2, which is just 17.5.
Good.
So you have 17.5, and then in
Times.
parentheses, you have 14 plus 35.
I disagree. Oh, you're looking at the wrong problem. Look at number 2, not number 3.
Oh, sorry, I was looking at the wrong problem.
Yep.
Wait, sorry.
Don't be sorry. You're good. You know what you're doing. That's even better.
Yeah.
You were just
So
number 2.
yeah, n, which is last term, is 116.
There we go. Okay. Which gives you,
So you have 116 plus 14,
okay.
which I think equals 130.
It does.
Yeah, 130. So now you have 17.5 times 130, which gets you 2,275.
There you go. Good job. That's what you do. Okay.
Makes sense. Yeah.
All right. Excellent. Now, okay, so here's what happens for this next guy here. Right? So now, this is kind of a multi-step process. All right, so number 3. Step A, all right. What's the common difference?
4.
Good. Okay, common difference is 4. Okay, now we need to find the number of terms. Okay, so we're going to start with, again, we're going to do the the first formula I gave you. Right, this an equals a1 plus n minus 1 times d. Okay, so
3.
35, good, equals,
So yeah, 35 equals 3 plus n minus 1 times 4.
okay,
So you have 3 plus m4 minus 4. Put those together, you get -1.
good.
And then take that away from 35, or add that to 35. Now you have 36. You have 36 equals n4. Divide
Okay.
that by 4, and you get 9. So n equals 9. So there
Now,
are 9 terms.
9 terms. So now here's what's going to happen with this problem. With this problem, we have 9 terms. So now sigma notation, no problem, piece of cake, sigma, okay, means we're going to go n equals 1 to 9, okay? So far, so good?
Yeah, I'll just write
Okay.
that down.
Okay.
Is it always going to be 1 to 9?
It's
Or-
always going to be 1 to n. Well,
Okay.
how, like this guy here, 1 to whatever that is.
Okay,
Okay.
so my thing is just like, blank. It just has the weird E, and then it's just
Right,
like,
right. So, let's do this. Let's do this. So it doesn't confuse you. See, this number here can be any number. Let's call it M. It doesn't matter what number we use here, right?
Okay.
But this N means the number of numbers.
All right.
So for the purposes of your formula, I'm gonna, are you okay with using M here? It doesn't, we could use X, we could use Y, Z, it doesn't matter.
M's fine.
Okay, so I'm gonna use M and I'm gonna say, okay, so now what's here is gonna be D, the common difference, okay?
Right.
Times N, and we're just gonna say plus this B. All right, just put B for now. I'm gonna tell you what that B is in a second, okay? So hopefully, so you put, I think put that in your sigma notation formula. Let's make
So
that
I
another.
have, it has N equals at the bottom. Like, can it be interchangeable? Can I like put M on the top and M on the bottom, or does it matter?
Okay, so here, you know, it's
That sounds
okay.
bad.
It's okay. Here's what I want to make sure you don't confuse, okay? Is that this number here is the first of however many numbers there are. So N, this N here is the total number of numbers.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So you could say N here. Here's my problem with calling this N, is that then that N would be different from this N, because that N is the number of numbers. And if I say N equals 1, no, the number of numbers is not 1. So I just don't want you to get confused between the N's, because like I'm using the N here specifically to let me know how many numbers there are. Do you understand what I'm saying? You promise? Okay. So I'm going to leave it at M for the moment because I don't want you to confuse what this number is compared to that number, okay? So now what we're going to say is, all right, sigma, in this case, M equals 1 to 9, okay? And then the common difference in this problem, wait, was it 4?
It was 4.
It's
Yeah.
4, right? So it's going to be 4 and
Times.
no, we're just leave the N for a second, okay? Plus B, okay? Now, what we're going to do is we're going to put in the very first, oh, shoot. Maybe I do need to leave it as N. I'm sorry. You know what? Okay. I think you're right. I think you're right. I think I do somehow need to make this over here N, because this N, I need to put it in here. I need to put 1 in for N, 2 in for N, 3 in for N, 4, until I get to 9. So I'm sorry about that. We will leave it as N. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, let's put in 1. It's going to be, I'm going to do the first term. The first term is 4 times 1 plus B. Okay. And you know that the first term, right, is that 3, right?
Yeah.
The first term is 3. So 4 times 1 plus B, right, equals this 3. Okay.
So B has to be -1 then.
Thank you very much. B is -1. So the answer to this question just says right the series in summation notation, which is just this. Sigma n equals 1 to 9. Okay. For n, and you said b is -1, -1. This is your answer.
All right, so I'm gonna try doing the second part.
Okay, good. So I'm gonna walk right along with you. All right. And now notice that it's going backwards, right?
Yeah, so I
So
mean,
go ahead. So
instead of it being like 5, it would be -5 this time.
very good graph. That's exactly right. Okay, so common difference, D, I'm just gonna say D is -5, all right? Good. Now the next part is number of terms, right?
Which is yeah, number of term. Wait, what?
So how are we gonna figure out number of terms? We start with the last term, right?
Yeah, so 35 equals
Equals.
100.
Yep,
In parentheses n-1, and then close parenthesis -5.
very
So from
good,
there, you can do 100 plus -5n plus 5. Then you can put the 100 and 5 together to get 105.
very
So now
good.
you should have 35 equals -5n plus 105. And if you subtract 105 on both sides, you should have 35. You'll have -70. So you have -70 equals -5n. And
Good.
if you divide that
Yep,
by -5, you
Yep.
get 14.
very
So
good,
there's 14 terms.
very good, Griff, good job, okay? There's 14 terms. Now, we're gonna start our sigma. And yes, the n equals 1 to 14, right? I
Yeah.
should have let you say that, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so you have 14 on the top and the weird sigma thing,
Yep,
then 1, I guess.
yep,
And so then D, that's common difference, that's -5. And so you have -5n, or no, -5 is just 1. So it's just -5 times 1.
well, but just for purposes of this, to start, -5n, and we're gonna say plus b, okay?
Yeah,
Okay,
right.
so now I'm gonna go ahead and put the 1 in, yes, okay?
Yeah. So then I need it to get to hold up.
Go ahead.
I need to get to the common difference, right?
Nope,
Or no, I need to have it equal to the first term, right?
yes, yes,
Right. So I need to have it equal to the first term, which is 100.
yes,
So that means it has to be 105.
yeah.
So
Well, oh, so you already figured out that B is 105, wait, wait, sorry, -5, sorry, times 1, I forgot to put the 1 there.
I just have
-5 times 1, right, plus B, so yes, when you add 5 to both sides, you're gonna have B equals 105, right? That's what you
Yeah.
said, okay?
So then will my answer just be 14 sigma 1 and then -5n minus No, plus 105.
Very good. That is exactly the answer. Right there. Good job. Okay.
All right, cool.
Okay. Now, this next one is really, really easy, but it's just a pain because it's ridiculous long. It is too much, but I guess that's life. So what you have to do with this in number 5 is you put 1 inver n, then 2 inver n, then 3 inver n, then 4, then 5, 6, 7, 8, and then you add them all together. There's no shortcut, and all I can say is I'm sorry.
Yeah, I have to do it 8 times basically.
8 times, yes. So I'm just gonna rock it out with you right here. All right, so we're gonna do 5 times 1 plus 4, 5 times 2 plus 4, 5 times 3 plus 4, 5 times 4 plus 4, 5 times 5 plus 4, 5 times 6 plus 4, 5 times 7 plus 5 times 8 plus 4. Getting a little sloppy here, sorry. So this looks like 9, 14, 19. It looks like, so I'm adding 5 each time, right?
Yeah. So 9, 14, 19, 24,
Right.
29, 34, 39.
And 44. Hot dang, it's
44.
that first problem we did. So
I just add them all together. So.
yeah. And I think I'm gonna get 216 was that first problem.
Plus 19, plus 24, plus 29, plus 34, plus 39, plus 44. Oh, wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm just been wrong side.
Oh, no, wait, no, I'm sorry. It should not be 216. It should only be 212.
I got 212.
Because in the very first problem, we had a 4 in there. And the
Mm.
first number was a 4. We had 4 plus 9 plus 14, but whatever, right?
So I got 212.
212 is correct.
That's all I need as my answer, 212.
That's it. That's the sum.
So basically just like, just plug
And
in
chug.
how many terms there are. All right, so then with this one, it's just like 3 times 1
Yep.
is 3 minus 1 is 2. So 2, then you have 5.
Do you notice we're adding by 3 each time?
Yeah, it's just added by 3 each time. So you have 2, 5.
8, 15, 17, 20. I'm going to have 10 terms. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 23, 26, 29. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 2 through 29 there.
Yeah, so my last term is 29. So then just adding them all together. 2 plus 5 plus 8 plus 11 plus 14 plus 17 plus 20 plus 23 plus 26 plus 29 equals 155.
Rock on with your bad self.
Nice. That's actually kind of easy. It just takes a while.
Right, exactly. It's not hard, it's just a pain. How
That's
you
really all
feeling?
I'm actually feeling pretty good with all of it.
Good.
It's only like the middle one that's kind of hard, but like once you kind of
Hey,
like,
hey, what, yeah, can I just suggest, like, doing that without, like, redo it, redo the, like, 3 and 4 a couple of times without looking at the answer, you know, just to convince yourself you know how to do it, you know what I'm saying?
yep.
All right,
All right.
all right,
Besides, I don't think I really need any other help, but
I think
thank
you're
you.
good, all right?
All right. Yeah.
Okay, peace.
All right.
All
Later.
right,
Thank
later.
you.
You're very welcome, anytime.